And to start with, I would like to thanks BDFI to give me the opportunity to be here today to speak to all of you, especially to Hazel Fletcher. Thank you very much to give me this stress for 3 months. The day they asked me, I've been working through my brain what I'm going to do in that stage. Because this is a stage. It's not a ballroom. It's not the place where we dance, but this is a stage. So I decided to make my official retirement today. I never did it. I did never have an opportunity to do it, so I decided, I think this stage is the best place to do that. And I would like to start to tell you about my story a little bit. Not too long, because it will be forever. I need a year to stay here to tell all the trouble. And I speak to all the competitors, especially. I'm Italian girl. I was Italian girl. I start in the age of 6 years old. I start in a town called Verona, and who introduced me in the dancing was my parents. They love dance. They were going to dancing school, and they did have 3 children where, because they were not a rich family, they did have not a babysitter to look after the child, so they take then us with them. And because during the lesson we were disturbing the lesson, the teacher decided why we don't make these children dance also. So that was my beginning. And I was dancing liscio, of course, you know, or maybe not everybody know, but in Italy we have the traditional dance where it's called liscio. I was not introduced in the beginning on the ballroom dancing. The year passed. In the same dancing studio, it was another family with children. And that family was Schiavo Augusto family. So I start 6 years old with one partner. His name is Schiavo Augusto. And I've been all the way through my career with one partner. 30 years. With only one man, partner of life, and partner in the dancing. We've been together forever. We danced so many competitions growing up, winning every category in Italy. We start, I believe, ballroom dancing, standard ballroom dancing. In the age, I believe, 10, 11, 12, we won the youth, the juveniles, under 21. And then in the age of, I believe, 14, 15, our teacher, Gianni Dori and Sandra Omas, Sandra, English, she take us in Blackpool. And of course, when we arrived in Blackpool, we saw this England, wonderful world. I danced my first competition in Blackpool, standard, with Latin shoes. I did not know there were 2 types of shoes. And of course, I was coming from very poor family, no money. No money at all, but the sooner I saw Blackpool and the sooner I saw all those beautiful dresses, beautiful women, and I was very admired about that man in the stage, bald head, but very, very charisma man. I did not know who he was at that time, but I was so fascinated. Anyway, we arrived in this country, and me and my partner decide what we want to do. And we decided to become a champion in that room in Blackpool. So we asked how that can happen. And the first person who helped us to come over in England, book lessons with the most famous teacher, champion, was David Griffin. Nothing to do with us. He was coming in Italy to Caroline Smith to train couple in Latin. but we don't know who to ask because our teacher at that time was not happy for us to come over because maybe he thought he lost the couple. So he tried to give us hard time. And he says, if you go over there, I will never teach you again. But of course, I think many of you knows me and knows my partner Augusto, where we have quite strong character and nobody can tell us what to do. So we decide to say to him, it's waste for you, because anyway we are going. And we come over in the country to learn the dancing, to learn the technique, to learn how to behave. I really remember one time, maybe I was not in the final yet, in the amateur, and I was going in Blackpool in the stand to look the dresses and everything, and I was wearing my tracksuit. It was not a lucky day today because I met Bobby Irvine. And she said to me, what are you doing? And I went like, well, I have a walk, I look around. And she said, go home and change. If you want to become a champion, you can't walk around people with tracksuits. At that time, I did not understand her. But today, I must say I understand her because our world, like Gary says, it's not a sport. It's elegant, it's luxury, it's harmony, it's love. So I ask myself, why I'm still here? Because they asked me to lecture. But when I decided to dance, I did not decide to go in front of an audience like you and speak. I was not ready for that. I did not decide to dance to speak, but at that time, I decided to dance because I did love music. I did love to move in the music. My first teacher, that one from Verona, he liked me because I was smiling all the time. I did not decide to dance to come here and speak to you, but this is the reason why I'm ready to retire today. I'm not a dancer anymore. Yes, I am a dancer, of course. The dancing is inside me. And I thanks again England, all my teachers, all the people advised me. Because today, if I'm here to speak, it's because this country gave me a great knowledge. Thank you very much. To get ready for this lecture, I did ask Augusto if he could lecture with me today. But he said no, because he did not practice enough to be good like I am. So he refused it. It's not ready yet. So here today I'm here to be a responsible teacher for those young couples where they have a dream like I did have that day. And I feel very, very responsible because it's very easy for them to lose their belief, especially today. I can see the world of dancing today is not the same the one I met when I started. The belief today is I need to be rich if I want to become a champion, because I need to go everywhere to have lessons. But I'm here to say, you don't need to be rich. I was not rich. I'm not rich today. I don't want to become rich. You don't need to have so much money. You just need to have very, very hungry inside. I can tell you one more story. I never say in public this story, but I believe today is the day where I can say. One of those years, probably 87, 88, we were coming over in England. We were not living yet in England at that time. And we saw every couple, the more important one, did have the agenda of the year later to book the lesson in advance, to have the priority to get the lesson with that teacher 1 year before. But we did have not enough money to buy the agenda. We were coming over, sometimes we did have not enough money to eat food or to have the lesson. And all the time we choose to have a lesson and maybe go to somewhere, steal food and eat anyway. Food, you always find food everywhere. But dancing lessons, not all the time, so that was our choice. But this agenda was very important to book the lessons in advance, to be sure for the year coming we were in the book of the teacher. So we went somewhere in the supermarket to see if we can find this agenda. And it was there, but no money. So what are we doing? We are also Italian, so you know the blood. So we steal the agenda. And we take the agenda and put it in our pocket. But another not lucky day, they catch us. And they take us in jail. Yes, in England. They come, the policemen come, put us the, I don't know how you call, the bracelet for the nice people, take us in the bus of the police, take us somewhere, and they start to speak English. But at that time, I was still say, yes, Len. So my English was not there. If you want to know about the story, ask Len Armstrong later, he will tell you. So I could not speak English. They asked me probably why you take the agenda. I could not say because no English. So we stay in that room, if I can call room. I think I stayed there a lifetime. But I think it was only 2 or 3 hours, no more than that. But it felt like lifetime. In the end, they call the translator and we say, sorry, we are a poor Italian coming over in England to learn ballroom dancing. We need the agenda. We did not have money. Sorry, sorry, sorry. We stole it. But this is to tell you how much belief and how much it was important for us to make it, anything. Anything was no, there were no parents there, there were no friends. It was just shoes, partner, teacher, practicing, 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 practicing all the time. And I know I don't say this word correct in English, but I think you understand what I mean. So for these young couples where they're running because they don't believe anymore good dancing can win, I want to say to them, yes, it's still true. England does not change. I am a foreign in this country, but I feel every time I come over here, this is my house. They took me like a daughter, like the future. When I come over to England as an Italian, one teacher, really in the beginning when I did have my Latin shoes, he keep laughing on us. He said, where are you coming from? And Augusto, because he was more clever than me, was already speaking a little bit more English, he says, Italy, ha 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 ha. Because Italy at that time did not have any good dancer, or we did have a few dancers where they already come over to Blackpool, but of course everybody knew because they were so funny, no good dancer at all, just ridiculous, I believe. But this country, all the belief where we could come champions also coming from Italy. So this country, the ballroom dancing born here. I born here with my dancing And I believe have always to stay here, because all of you have the knowledge, you know all the secret. And I'm very, 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 very honored today to be here and speak, because I took all your knowledge, I took all information, but not only dancing information. Dancing is not only the natural term. Dancing is also how to behave, how much is painful to go home in the night and have your feet bleeding, and maybe you still have to cook some pasta, or maybe you have to iron the shirts of your partner, or maybe you have to make a traveling and you don't have the money, so you say, oh well, I'm not going because I don't have the money. That is not good for the people who really want to make it. But you have very, very much to believe. From anywhere around the world you come in, with any flag you represent, this country does not go with flag. This country go with the passion of the dancing, the quality of the dancing. This country does not go with the number of lessons you take. This country go for the quality, for the footwork, for the feeling, for the devotion you put in what you're doing. Like Gary says before, I don't believe we are a sport. I am in the stage. I really believe we are artists. And sometimes I'm very, 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 very not like when I see people very upset or fighting to each other. I know I am the one who should not speak about. But because, sorry. But because I did have this experience today, as a responsible, as a teacher, I know how much time me and my partner lost, spend for nothing, get upset, get hungry, no smiling to people, no smiling to when we were in the floor, not make nice feeling. I believe a smile does not cost nothing. And I know if I give you one, I will get two back. We have the world today going on is all a mess around. I'm not happy about, but not only our world. All around the crisis in money, all the trouble country have for natural events. So I think we should really believe, all of us here, we are very lucky. We are healthy. We do what we like to do. I make the dancing my profession because I love it. I know I'm so lucky because when I go to teach, I don't say I go to work. It's not my job, it's my passion. And I think all the people sitting here, probably you have the same feeling. I don't dance to make a business. I dance, I teach, and I travel, and I speak to you because I love it. I love this world, so I believe to be upset for a mistake of step, waste of time. Anyway, if you did it good, you will never repeat it again. Dancing is like life, a big approval. No experience, and once you make the experience, it's gone because you can't repeat it again. You see today, my first time in this stage, first experience, I will never repeat it the same experience. It will be the second time. The first time is the special time. I will never repeat this motion I have on me today. One teacher, the first time we made the final in Blackpool as an amateur, unexpected, I don't know how you say. We did not know, because the year before we made the 24. So we were hoping for the semi-final, but we were so good that we made the final. And that teacher come after us and says, remember this moment, because it will never happen again. And it was correct, because all the other years, it was expected to make the final. That's why the first final was so special. I'm talking too much. Our word is special. Be happy, give smiles. Don't be upset. I don't say don't be spot on in what you're doing. Put all your passion, all your devotion. If you want to become somebody very good, not a champion. Champion is a champion and it's okay. But I know many good teachers, not so many, many less, where they did not have the opportunity, maybe to have the title in their time of career. But they are very good teachers, good persons, where they can advise not only how to dance the natural turn and the feather step or the link or the Viennese, but they can give the experience of life. Dancing is a lifestyle. It's not only what you do in the competition floor. So I decided to close my lecture today as not anymore a competitor, but as a new career of teacher, trainer, coach, mom of the dance. Can we change the music? I decided to close this lecture by introducing the decision to choose this couple is a very not known country where they put all the passion, all the devotion. They leave the family, they come over, they do anything they have to do to be good dancer. They come like I did at my time. I was from Italy, nobody knew Italy for the good dancing. And now they're coming from a country where before them, I think not many of us knew it was existing that country. Yes. They come from Azerbaijan, and they really believe they don't need to represent England or Italy or stronger country because their blood is from there. They are not worried, and they represent this country from nothing. And I hope they will do for their country what me and my partner did for my country. Thank you very much.
Un giorno sai, per noi verrà la libertà di amarci qui senza limiti. E fiorirà il sogno a non negato si svela l'amor gelato ormai. Un giorno sai per vivere la vita che ci sfugge qui. Un giorno sai per vivere la vita che ci sfugge qui. L'amore in noi supererà gli ostacoli e le mani delle avversità e ci sarà anche per noi nel mondo un tempo in cui l'amore vincerà. Un tempo in cui l'amore un giorno sai per noi verrà la libertà di amarci qui senza limiti e fiorirà il sogno a non negato si svelerà l'amor gelato ormai.
I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, that was a very sincere and moving lecture. Please welcome back onto the floor Caterina and her beautiful assistants, Elda and Anna.
Ci sfugge qui. Un giorno sai per vivere la vita che ci sfugge qui.